now we have the reset button, and we want it to reset our oomphs to 0, move our player back to the spawn point 1, and basically just reset the game, right? So how can we do that? Well, we want to go into this local script, the reset button local script, and have some action happen there. So I'm going to rename this reset local script just so I can distinguish it from all these different scripts I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete some of these guys just to clean things up so I can know what I'm doing. So right here is my local reset local script, and you might be tempted to say player, if on click we're going to say player dot leader stats dot oomphs dot value is equal to 0. Right? You might be tempted to do that, and if you do it and you go and test it, you'll see that it will not work. It will not register. And why is that? Because our script is a local script. It is executing on the client's computer at the person who's playing, on the computer of the person who's playing the game. So it's happening here, right? But we want to affect here. We want to affect the player leader stats folder, and we want to affect this oomph value, right? And that resides on the server. So if you remember from Gold Rush, what did we do to cause a change on the leader stats board if the player bought a horse? Well, the buying of the horse happened on the client, right? The detection of whether they clicked on a dialogue choice happened on the client. And what we did to affect the server is that we created a remote event, and we had a server script waiting for that remote event to fire. Alright, so that's what we're going to do here. So let's come over here to replicated storage, insert object, add a remote event. We're going to call this reset remote event, and then we need to have a server script running. So we're going to insert object, or maybe I could just grab the oomph count script. Let's see. Yeah, this one looks good. So I can grab this one here, press Command D to duplicate it, and then rename this to reset script. Okay, and this is the script that's going to wait for this remote event to fire off. So the oomph count script is here, so I'm going to copy this. Oh, I don't need to copy it. It's already here. And I'm not going to wait for the oomph remote event. I'm going to wait for the reset remote event. Yes, that's right. And then it's going to wait for the event, and when it does fire, it's going to connect and run this, right? And what do I want to do when this event is fired off? I want to change the oomph value back to 0. Okay? And then now in my reset local script, I need to fire off the event. So how do we fire off the event? Let's see. I'm trying to find a script where I could just copy and paste it, because nope, that's not one. Yes, here's one. Okay, so it's remote fire server. So let's come back over to our reset local. On the mouse button click, it's going to fire the remote of, oh no, I'm sorry. Oh yes, that's true. So it's going to fire the remote event, but we don't have the remote event, so we got to come over here and grab these two. I'm sorry, not those two, but these two lines of code, so we can have the replicated storage service and also the remote event that we're waiting for, the reset remote event. So let's come back to our reset local script, and we're going to do this. Okay, so now it's going to fire off that event if the button is clicked, and we should see a change. So let's go ahead and publish to Roblox and check it there, see if it actually works. And we do need to add additional details to the algorithm, but at least we will be affecting the player's oomph value and setting it back to 0. Okay, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to reset, And you won't see any change because we haven't programmed any change. But if I go to function F9, then go to server, and I print game.players.delesmust.oomph.value, it should print out 0. Okay, so mission accomplished. We are affecting our player's leader stats value here, and now what we need to do next is to change this so that it reflects that, and also move our player back to the starting position, and we'll do that in the next video.